Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Bethesda Baptist Church Online. It is my great joy to be able to answer some of the very hard questions that have been asked the leadership, myself, and the deacons, maybe even some of the folks that you know, maybe even yourself. And that is the $100,000 question for us, like most churches, is Richard, when can we start meeting together in person? Well, I have once again have met with the deacons. That we've sat down, we've discussed it. We've tried to put some things in place that when we are able to come back together, that will make things simpler. That will make them easier for you to understand. The document that I'm about to read to you is also found on our website. Okay, and so we would encourage you to go there and read this document for yourself. You know, I've talked to many of you, and unfortunately, most of us believe that when we get back together again, it's going to be just like it always was. Well, unfortunately, through the last several months, the chain of events, that makes it impossible. It makes it hard for us to be able to do that. So we've put some precautions in place. As far as cleaning and distancing and disinfecting and those kind of things. And so it's going to be very important that we as a church body follow these guidelines so that we keep everybody safe and we offer the same amount of protection to every member of our church. Doesn't matter whether you're 105 or whether you're 5. So we are going to meet. Our date to kick everything off will be on a Wednesday night. And on that Wednesday night, which is June the 3rd, again, Wednesday night, June the 3rd at 7 o'clock, we will not meet in the sanctuary, we will meet in the fellowship hall. Okay? And the reason being is because usually on Wednesday nights, most of the time the crowd is much smaller. And it makes it easier for us to clean in the fellowship hall should we for some reason have to disinfect it. However, we believe that we will have enough time between services in there that according to the experts that this thing can't live that long outside of a host. So hopefully by the time we use the fellowship hall again, it will already be back to, back to being able to be not having to worry about this virus. So it's June the 3rd where we will meet together. Okay, and I'm going to read you off these lists of criteria, these lists of suggestions and things that we're going to do to try and keep you safe. Again, we will meet June the 3rd in the fellowship hall. That's a Wednesday night. Okay, and then our Sunday service will be June the 7th. June the 7th at 11 o'clock. Now, I want you to notice there will be no Sunday school. Our Sunday school rooms right now are just too small to put a bunch of people in. You can't get the distance, okay? There will be, if your children cannot sit with you in church, then we would encourage them to stay at home, okay? Because we're not going to be able to have a children's program. We're not going to be able to have a nursery either. All right, because with children, it's just too difficult to try and get them to social distance, and most of them, especially the younger ones, don't really understand what's going on. Okay, so we will meet June the 3rd, and this is the criteria / suggestions / your personal responsibility to be able to follow in order to make it safe for everyone. Okay. All right, you ready? And I'm going to read this, and again, it will be posted on the website. And I do encourage you. It is taken from the Governor of Georgia's Order, Section 5, Industrial Commerce Organizations and Nonprofits, and it references the White House Phase 1 guidelines. So as we begin to implement Phase 1, there will only be a Wednesday and a Sunday service, Sunday morning. And then as time goes along, we will try to add the evening service, and we will try to add back Sunday school and discipleship. But we, for right now, are not sure exactly when those dates will be. Okay? So here it is. This is item number 1. It says people who exhibit signs of illness, including fever, cough, or shortness of breath, should not attend services at this time. Services will continue to be posted online. If you're exhibiting these symptoms, we ask you to stay at home, to monitor yourself so that we don't take a chance of infecting anyone else. Item number 2. People who have severe underlying health issues should not attend services at this time. Services will continue to be posted online. In other words, if you're dealing with something, a chronic illness, an underlying health concern, we ask you to stay at home. We ask you to be aware of that. And you're the only one that can make that decision. You know what I'm saying? But I want to stress this. No matter what your decision is, whether you choose to attend or right now maybe continue to attend services online, either way, no one's going to be condemned. No one's going to be ostracized. We understand that each person is an individual and their situations are different from everyone else's. So all we do is ask you to monitor yourself. If you know you have a serious underlying health condition, please remain at home until you can get that dealt with or until this thing can continue to work its way out. Number 3, masks will be available for individuals that would like to have them. These should be taken with you when you leave. We will provide some that are provided are actually washable. In other words, you can sanitize them at home, reuse them. There will also be disposable masks that will be provided should you choose. So that either way you decide to go, whether you choose to take one of the ones that's permanent that can be reused, or whether you choose to use a disposable one, they will be here on at every service. So that if you feel more comfortable with them on, we certainly do want you to take advantage of that. Number 4, hand sanitizer will be available in various locations for use before, during, and after services. In other words, we're asking everyone that comes in to sanitize their hands. We're asking everyone as they leave to once again sanitize their hands. If you were to use the restrooms for whatever reasons, there is soap and warm water in every location. We encourage you, wash your hands. Experts again tell us that one of the easiest ways to contract this thing is by touching a surface that someone maybe who has it has touched that surface as well. So cleanliness is very, very important. Okay. Number 5, disinfectant wipes and sprays will be available in the restrooms for individuals to sanitize these areas before and or after using these facilities. And we also ask that you ensure that only one person is using the facility at a time. That allows the person that's coming out to be able to disinfect the areas they touched. The person going in can again disinfect those areas again for their safety. And then we ask that you disinfect them on the way out after you've before you've washed your hands, disinfect all the areas and then wash your hands and then come out. Number 6, foaming hand soap will be available in restrooms for individuals to use before and after using these facilities. Number 7, people should maintain social distancing when entering the church, fellowship hall, choosing where to sit, and when exiting the church. Family members that live in the same household are welcome to sit together. All others should ensure they maintain at least 6 feet of distance from other people. Of course, you've heard a lot about this on the news about social distancing, and we need to maintain that here. We're a very loving church. Most of the time, we're a pretty high contact church. Most people either shake your hands or hug your neck, and for right now, we're going to have to do some air hugs and some or elbow bumps and things like that. Because right now it's not in your best interest of safety, nor in anybody else's, for us to have that contact. So we will set the tables up in the fellowship hall with 6 feet of distancing. In the sanctuary on Sunday morning, There will be areas and pews that will be marked off. We ask you not to sit in those areas. And that helps us maintain the 6 feet of social distancing that the CDC is suggesting. Okay? Number 8, people should refrain from handshaking or other direct contact with individuals before, during, and after services. Okay? Once again, physical contact is a way to transmit this disease, and we want to do everything within our power to prevent that from happening. Number 9 says, if you wish to make an offering or a tithe, please place your envelope or other items in the offering plate with minimal contact with the offering plate or the ushers. You can also continue to mail it or provide your offering online. Now, as we take the offering up on Sunday morning, there will be pews that you'll not be able to sit. Matter of fact, we will skip every other pew in the sanctuary. That's where the ushers will actually go in between to take the offering up. We ask you that you not touch the offering plate and that you not touch the hands of the ushers. Okay? They'll have gloves on. All right? So we're trying to minimize the contact. Drop your offering into the plate as it comes by with as little contact as is possible. Number 10, hymnals and pew Bibles will not be available during the services. Any lyrics needed will be displayed on the projector screen. It is suggested that you bring your own Bible for the foreseeable future. Once again, this is a contact issue. We're trying not to leave any germs of any kind on any hard surfaces, and those books are part of that. So, encourage you to bring your own Bible. As we sing the hymns, we will certainly put them up on the screen for you to be able to follow along with. And now, number 11. It says, for the time being, we will have Sunday morning worship in the sanctuary at 11 a.m. and Wednesday Bible study in the fellowship hall at 7 p.m. Youth ministries, that's high school and junior high, will meet at these times in the youth room. Okay? However, we will not have Sunday school or discipleship training classes at this time. We will continue to discuss the best time to begin these classes again. We've already began to look at and try and structure how we might be able to meet again for Sunday school. We haven't come up with what we consider to be a very foolproof plan yet, but we are working on it. And as we're able to show and demonstrate that we can maintain these rules and regulations and guidelines, as we're able to demonstrate that we can follow these with the distancing and all that, that will help us make the next step. And we have to do this in phases. There's no way that we can do it all at once. The logistics are just too difficult. So, we hope that you'll come and join us on Wednesday night. We hope that you'll come and join us on June the 7th at 11 a.m. As we begin to worship together in person. Now, somebody has asked the question, what will we do on Sunday morning if we have more people so that we can't social distance? Well, what we will do then is we will ask the overflow, those that we cannot seat safely, to come into the fellowship hall. And then we will in turn, pipe the service into the fellowship hall or feed it into it via our video link. And you will be able to participate in the services from the fellowship hall, all the while maintaining social distancing. So, I hope this isn't too complicated. I don't think it really is. I think if people really want to worship as badly as they're telling me that they want to worship, I think that this will just be just a piece of cake. These protocols will be very easy to do. As services go along, we will continue to remind you. We will continue to encourage you because, again, we desperately want to meet together. There is something very special about corporate worship. And so we encourage you. We encourage you to come and be a part of it. Again, check these guidelines on the website. Go to it. That's BethesdaBchurch.org. Bethesda, B as in boy, church.org, all one word. and they will be posted there. And if you have any questions, certainly call the church office. Miss Carol or somebody will get in touch with me, or call me. And we'll be happy to sit down and discuss them with you, so that maybe we'll make everything as easy and understandable. I'd like to thank Brother Dennis, who kind of took all of this stuff that was really, really complicated, and he kind of brought it down to a level that even this preacher can understand. So I'd like to thank him for all of his hard work. I'd like to thank the deacons, who have, through this difficult time, have been absolutely stellar in the way that they've reached out to the church body. Again, my beloved, thank you for joining us. We love you so much. We miss you so much. We look forward to the time when we can meet again, June the 3rd. Take care. God bless you. And until we meet again.